Thank you, choir and Meredith. Those songs were a blessing. It's great to come together. Whether there's 1 or 1,000, I'm with you always. It's kind of cool. So glad we're all here this morning. I want to share something just to begin with. Jesus, when we talk about those lost years of Jesus where he traveled from 12 to 30, he traveled around the earth, and he met up with the 7 sages of the 7 major religions at that time. And just because of his energy, even being a child and going there, that Christ love that was so strong within him, it quickened them all to shift, because it was a time of shift. This was the beginning of the Piscean age. So it was time for everybody to shift. So he goes there and he meets them all. And it's not that he gets in this big teaching, but it's mainly just the love that he reveals. When he was done with that, they all sat in meditation for 7 days, and then they decided what the postulate would be for their country. How are they going to shift their country? What new ideal are they going to institute now? And so they just, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. And then they said, Jesus, we want you to start the new church. He said, I didn't come to start the new church. I'm going back home to my people. And my postulate for my people is love is Son of God. Simple, huh? Love is Son of God. There's not a ton of dogma in that. Love is Son of God. And so then we got home and he just walked. He walked that message, revealing how we can all walk as the Son of God, daughter of God, love. God is love. We are love. And to walk is that. It's a simple plan, and we've been at it for a little over 2,000 years, and we're still, got a ways to go. How's that? But guess what? We're at the beginning of another new age. We're at the age of Aquarius. It's time to take a up level once again. So what can this really mean to me? What does this mean to me? Who am I? Why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing? So Jesus' walk was that walk of love to reveal to us that we are love. And then the Beatitudes that we've been going over are blessings, but they're little guidelines, they're little steps that if we follow these, we'll stay on track. We'll stay on our path as love and Son of God, daughter of God. So it's been a wonderful series, and Cindy's last week was awesome, and everyone's before that was awesome too. But today, the Beatitude I'm going to share is, worthy is the trustful child of faith, he shall sit in the throne of power. Worthy is the trustful child of faith, he shall sit in the throne of power. And so if you think about that, if we are the Son of God, the daughter of God, and to begin to trust that, and how many times don't we trust that? See, this is what we get to look at. Trustful is the child of faith. Faith, having faith. And as we begin to walk in that faith that God is our Father, we are the beloved of our Heavenly Father, to put that into our life and walk that way. And if we are that love of God made manifest, aren't we powerful beings? That's the consciousness that we are directed to walk as. And it's not to be anything but love. That's too simple for a lot of people until you try it. And then we get to experience the walk of the Christ. Worthy is a truthful child of faith, trustful child of faith. So trust in that statement, love is Son of God, and have faith that as you walk, it will be revealed to you who you truly are and who everyone else is. Here, I wanted to read one thing out of the Bible that I thought almost hit the nail on the head. And I'll just start reading it, and I know you'll recognize it. Is everybody ready? And then at the end, whoever calls it out first wins a free Reiki session. How's that? Pay attention. Get that memory going. Okay, here we go. The Lord is my shepherd. Who said that? Okay, there you go. See? 23rd Psalms. Okay, but listen to the words. It's very good. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. God's our source in all things. He makes me rest in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. I'm going to have faith that I'm at the appointed time and the appointed place in my journey. He restores my soul. We're here on a soul journey. He leads me in the paths of righteousness in His name's sake. The paths of righteousness, the right use of love. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Faith transmutes fear. For thou art with me, and thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. So we are one with God. Love is Son of God. God is love, we are love. To come into harmony and to walk with that no matter where we're at. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Have you ever had to sit down next to people who was maybe your enemy? Or had interactions in life? To remember who we are. Love. And then to remember who they are. There's no fear. There's no fear. That common ground of love. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. We're just continually being blessed, and we live in a loving, abundant universe. If we look at it as that. Perception. Surely thy goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. We're not going anywhere. Here we are. You ever heard that expression, wherever you are, there you are? Wherever you go, there you are? Heaven's not out there somewhere. Heaven's within, and we create heaven. Worthy is a trustful child of faith. That trustful child of faith is creating heaven where he walks. Because he knows who he is, and he expects to feel the presence of God. To be fed, to be supported, to be guided, to be comforted. Love is Son of God. So a simple faith. Faith that God is real. That's a pretty good one to start with. Faith that God is real. Faith that we are God's beloved child. Here we go again. After we have faith that we are the beloved child is to begin to live like the beloved child. To be the beloved child. To be the beloved child, to live as the beloved child. Our acronym, BELIEVE. This allows and supports our living in peace. And has anyone here ever searched for peace in their life? I think if we look at our world, our whole world is searching for peace. We have to look at the world and ourselves and one another through the eyes of love, and we'll begin to be able to begin to discern a bigger picture, the plan that's really unfolding on planet Earth. And all it is the plan for us to remember who we are, that we are love. We are love. The illusion distracts us from that and takes it away from us. So when we go into that consciousness, I am love, this allows and supports us to live in peace. And we all seek that place of peace. The peace that paths understanding. And that peace is when we begin to be okay with ourselves. When we begin to be okay with ourselves. There's a sign in the back of the sanctuary that says, you're enough. You are enough. You are enough. You're made perfect. Your expression is perfect. And it should be different from everyone else's. You are unique. And so when we begin to accept that uniqueness and be okay with it, that's when we begin to find peace in our life. We're not here to prove anything. We're here to just express our uniqueness. Faith allows or reveals our purpose. Our purpose. What's your purpose? Going within. Knowing that you have that love within you. You are the love, and you live and move and have your being in this universe of love. So if thine eye be single, see, we zero right back down to let go of the distractions. Take a look at them. What's mine to see here? What's mine to do here? What's mine to say here? Faith empowers us to experience what can be. Doesn't it take a leap of faith sometimes to complete our dreams, experience our dreams, have a dream? Faith allows us that. It gets us outside of our little self into that bigger presence of love. Love. In Aramaic, faith equals trust. Faith equals trust. And, so when Jesus was speaking to the people, he was speaking in Aramaic, and that's what they heard. Faith and trust. And then to understand that, they're interchangeable. Faith empowers us to experience what can be. The trustful child will get the throne of power. The trustful child will get the throne of power, peace, understanding, living in righteousness, because we are one with God. We are one with God. We can try to separate, but we can't. Oneness. We are one with God. God is love. And it's to surrender, let go. Let go of the faulty thoughts, beliefs, patterns, memory, identity that keep us from knowing who we truly are. My favorite preacher, he used to always say this. I've said it to you a bunch of times. You know, you talk teachings of Jesus. It gets right down to this. Either you believe it or you don't. And shouldn't we support our beliefs? Shouldn't we live our beliefs? Believe. Either you believe it or you don't. See, that comes right down to us. That's our journey. How do I want to live my journey? One with God, or just a separate entity, and my life is up to the winds of fate? If you believe it or not. You know, when you get a dream or an idea or something like this, it's like you really get kind of excited or enthused about it, don't you? Excited, passionate. So we're down our spleen chakra. Here we go, metaphysics. So getting our spleen chakra. All your students out there, yeah. So rev it up, get that passion going, get that excitement, enthusiasm to get it going. And so that's what allows us to take that step, you know. And then the students know where we go next to manifest our solar, to achieve. Do you see? So when we have an idea, a dream of what we want to do, you know, feel it. Don't think about it. Feel it. Get the energy going. Rev up your engine. And that'll give you the energy to focus, to achieve that which you want to achieve. Energy. Everything's energy. Feel it and express it. One of the most common mistakes we all make in the pursuit of happiness or prosperity comes from acting on limited perception of reality. Limited perception of reality. Okay? So, reality is what you perceive to be. And if you're experiencing reality that is limiting, that's your choice. Because you are the unlimited son or daughter of God. So we maybe get an idea, and we might even think, or someone might even say, what are you thinking about? You can't do that. Hey, no one's ever done that before. No one's ever done that. So what are you thinking about? So that faith now, when we tap into the faith and trust in that faith and take a step, we will begin to be able to experience what can be. So we're just every one of us here are just experiencing what is. And these are manifestations of everybody who came before us. All this stuff was unseen, but it's seen now. So in our world, what do I want to see in my world? We can see the status quo if we want to, or we can see our dreams manifest before our eyes. You see, we create them. We got to take that energy, get a divine idea, rev it up with some passion, some enthusiasm, some creativity, then lift up, okay, and I'm going to make it happen. I got to take some steps now. Turn away from the limiting voices and turn to the encouraging voices. There's two races of man, one that seeks to build up man and tear down man. Seek those that seek to build up man. And you'll feel supported and loved and accomplish that which you seek to accomplish. In the presence of love, God can work miracles. In the presence of love, God can work miracles. To begin to consider what's possible in the unlimited realm of God. To just consider that. And I think dreams give us the potential to get out of that. To move into the unlimited potential. Love is Son of God. Cindy and I she's a Texas girl, and one time we went to Texas to see her birthplace. And when we were there, we went to Cape Kennedy. Is that Kennedy there? Cape Kennedy? Or Canaveral? Something like that? NASA. Okay. Space Center. We went to NASA, and it was so cool because they had all the stuff. Yeah, I mean, it was like, that was where it first shot off. Okay. And they had T-shirts and everything on the wall, and the affirmation of all the scientists in NASA: failure is not an option. You can buy the T-shirts, but literally that was on their walls. All the scientists, mathematicians, everybody in that whole project, weren't they doing something that hadn't been done before? Did you see? Oh, you can't do that. There were people saying that until they saw pictures of people walking on the moon. You can't do that. Yes, you can. To tap into the unlimited potential, which is the love in our hearts, connected to that greater love of God. Perception. Failure is not an option. You know what? And a lot of people accept that mantra in their life. And you know what? They're all successful. They might fail 1,000,000 times, but they take another step. They keep working. I'm not going to stop in this. We have an option to experience failure. No, I don't think so. We'll try again. We have beautiful choices in life. We are blessed in spirit as we affirm the love that we are and join with the love of God in a realm above our human consciousness. See, this is where we got to go. This is from spirit. We are blessed in spirit as we affirm the love that we are and join with the love of God in a realm above our human consciousness. And so this is our human consciousness is what is. This is what it is. So we have to soar beyond the bounds of human consciousness into the higher realms, the causal realms. And that's where we partner with God, with that greater love, to begin to manifest. But you see, we got to lift above in those higher realms. I wrote that down. So here goes. We know we're spirit, don't we? How about a collective, yes, hey, we know we're spirit. Okay. Do you know it in your head or do you know it in your heart? Heart. Okay, there we go, see. If we know it in our heart, we begin to know it in our life. Because we begin to lift as that trustful child in faith. Because we're living it, okay? So ways that the living ways we can do this. So the parable of interquest today is be fully present in life, centered in your heart. And you'll begin to not only see miracles, but your own worthiness. See, our unworthiness keeps us from experiencing our miracles. Be fully present in life, centered in our heart. Not here. Not even in our lower chakras or our upper chakras. Our heart. That center of love. There's our guide. There's our teacher. There's our dream. There's our dreamer. Allowing that to guide us in our walk. Focus on our heart, not our strengths or our worthiness. Worthiness. You are enough. God is source in all things. It's all God's. Give love, be love, live love. And as you give, so shall you receive. We heard that a million times, as you give. And a lot of times, every one of us probably wish we would have given more something. I wish I would have given more time. I wish I would have given more love. I wish I would have given more attention. You see? I wish I've given more. The more you give, the more you receive. When we give, we're in that flow of love. It's just a guise of love. I wish I would have given more. Give. When we talk about tithing and blessings and stuff like that, I say, this friend of mine say, it's all God's anyway. I'm just taking God's that I got in my pocket and give it to somebody else to put in their pocket. It's all God's. That's what, it's flow, it's circulation, it's life. To begin to look at life like that. Let go of the old patterns and memories, beliefs of lack, limitation, poverty, despondency, whatever. And allow love to lift us all. As we surrender to God's guidance and act as love, this is truth. Grace is natural. Grace is natural. See, we hear, let's call forth the grace of God in this situation for me. Oh, help me, God. So, as we surrender to God's guidance, we're probably not going to get in those situations where we need to be saved. If we get in a crazy situation, we'll be able to discern and figure it out. Because we've got trust. He leadeth me beside still waters. He prepareth the table with my enemies. You see, we don't have to worry. Go here, take a step. Follow the guidance. Grace is natural. Isn't that a heck of a note there? You heard it at InterQuest. Grace is natural. Being conditional love, it allows us to step outside the conditional nature of life. That's spirit. Be unconditional love. It allows us to step outside the conditional nature of life. And don't we look at the conditions of the outer world and let them control us too much? That's conditional life. I want to live a unconditional life. Or conventional, unconventional. You say you're the chooser. We are the chooser. But you got to go there. Be all in. Be all in your unconditional nature, and you will surprise yourself. And the world around you. As we break the chains of judgment and limiting beliefs, so as we break the chains of judgment and limiting beliefs, we break the choices of our body as well. We break the choices of our body as well. Our body's our vehicle, it's not who we are. Sometimes our body takes us where we really shouldn't go. So as we begin to break the chains of limitation and the judgments that hold us. That's what it is. We're in a holding pattern. It's time to move. We're in a new age. As Jesus the Christ came, the beginning of the Piscean age, the Christ is always with us. And now we can experience at a higher level. We can manifest it at a higher level. We are the experiencer. We're not the experience. And people get caught in the experience and identify with it. But remember, we're the experiencer. We're here to learn and grow. And when we let go of that, and even let go of the conditions that our body tries to hold us into, now we can embody love. So we've got to make room for it. And we'll let go of this crap. So I can just keep embodying greater and greater love. The love in our heart just begin to grow, fill us up. Worthy is the trustful child of faith. We are the trustful child of faith. And as we begin to walk as that, we will find ourselves in a greater sense of power, and it doesn't have anything to do with man's definition of power. You see? It's from that realm above race consciousness. You ain't seen nothing yet. Let's go within. So let's just all close our eyes, and as we close our eyes and breathe, just feel your body receiving once again. Breathe in with the intention to breathe in God's love. I breathe God's love. God's love is filling me now. I feel it. And just breathe and feel. I breathe God's love. God's love is filling me now. I feel it. And just breathe. And as you've asked, know that you're receiving. I breathe God's love. God's love is flowing through me now. I know it. I feel it. I breathe God's love. God's love is filling me now. I know it. I feel it. And I am grateful, Father, that I can do all things. So just breathe and feel the words that you're speaking in your heart. And I am grateful, Father, that I can accomplish all things. And just breathe and just feel your heart. Feel your heart getting brighter and more radiant. Feel your ability to embody greater love in your life and manifest greater love through your life. If there's anything in your world that needs love, direct this love to that person, place, situation, event, whatever. And through love, in the presence of love, God creates miracles. And just know that it is transforming as you speak. I breathe God's love. God's love is flowing through me, filling me now. And I give thanks, Father, that I can accomplish all things. So just breathe and feel the presence of love. I am. Breathe and feel. Be still and know. I am with you always. Gently wiggle your toes and fingers and gently open your eyes. It's a powerful affirmation that we can use every day anyway to connect with God, love, to connect with who you are, love, and then direct the love as a creator, son, or daughter of God. Perhaps heaven really exists wherever God's love prevails. The trustful child of faith lives here. And they all said, "Yay, God."